Yo guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how to use Cubert because I can assure you, you are not using him right, okay? So first let me place him down. And I'm sure the first question people will have is, what is his best trait? It is optics, and I'm going to explain why in a second. First let me show you his passives. So every 10 seconds he gets 1 charge. He gets a maximum of 2 charges. With this charge he can spawn a cube. The cube gives a buff. Let me show you. Okay. So I placed 1 cube. As you can see, it gets a 0.5 and a 0.3. Now, why optics is his best trait is because of the next passive. So attached cubes will give 5% damage, 3% range, and it stacks if there are other cubes within the range of each other. So let me show you. So now this buff became 1.1 and 1.06. And if I did another cube, it would be 1.15, 1.09, so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to tell you an interesting strategy that a lot of people don't know about, and that's why optics is also better. You're not going to use these cubes to do any damage, okay? And why is that? Okay, so for the next passive, when the cube attacks 3 times, it will explode, stun the enemy, and do 15% of this unit's current damage. So it will explode, go away, and then you have to replace it again. So you will lose the buff, you will have to replace it each time. Instead of letting the cube attack and exploding, you set it to none. And the cube will just simply stay there, the buff will be permanent, and this is so useful. And nobody knows about this for some reason. Okay, so another thing to do with this, with the setting cube to none, instead of setting the cube to none, you can actually set him to none, spawn the cube spawns with none, and then you can set him back to first if you want. But each time I would say just keep him on none, spawn the cubes, then you can set him on first if you want the extra damage, even though it's nothing. And optics is his best trait, don't forget that. And this is the build I use for him, carry slingshot and bamboo for anything with range. The next trick I'm going to teach you has to do with placement, so let me look at this cube for a second, okay? So let's say I have her here, and I do the cube on her. I forgot to mention the cube has infinite range, keep that in mind. Not the cube, the ability has infinite range, the cube doesn't have infinite range. So, as you can see, this cube is not reaching these 2 cubes. It's not getting the perfect buff it wants. It only reaches these ones. But instead of replacing the unit like closer, or hoping that if you put the cube again, it's going to move somewhere else, you can instead spin the unit. Because whenever you put the cube, it always picks the right of the unit. So I rotated her, now her right is facing this. Something to keep in mind, if she attacks, let's say she attacks this side, and now she's facing this. The cube will not spawn on this right, it will spawn on the right when you place her, no matter what. So let me show you. As you can see, now the cube reaches this perfectly. And all I had to do was simply rotate the unit. I did not even change the spot. Maybe I placed it like slightly closer, but it wouldn't have mattered either way. So use these tricks to your advantage. And now let me move on to the last passive. Only 2 cubes can be activated per Cubert. So Unbound is so bad for this, because you're also setting the cubes on none. They're gonna do no damage. And then 6 cubes can be spawned globally. So if you just need 1 player with Cubert if you're gonna run with more people to get the maximum amount. Let me just get the maximum amount so I can show you guys. Okay. Global cap. Okay, nice. So if you look right now, 1.4, 1.18. Actually, it's not supposed to be 1.4. My bad. It's because of the cell. So 1.3, 1.18. This is the max buff you can get with cubes. Something important, you just have to place him down for the abilities. He gets nothing from upgrading, just a little bit more damage, which is kind of worthless if you're running optics. And even if you run a damage build or anything, it's not gonna matter. He does 3000 damage. His cubes are supposed to be on none. So just use this build. You don't have to have bamboo, you can do something with range. But you need optics and slingshot for the best value. Because then you can spread the cubes out. As you can see this. If I didn't have optics, I wouldn't be able to spread the units like this. So yeah, keep that in mind. And if this video helped you, please like and subscribe. You can join my Discord if you want, down in the description, and goodbye.